Good evening. This is just in case I start coughing, but I just want to show you that I have this pink bottle because my mother bought it for me, and it's her way of showing that she has finally accepted that I'm gay. That's why she bought me a pink bottle. This, whoa. Okay, after we have discussed religion, it's a bit echoey, yeah? After we have discussed religion, it's only natural that we now discuss sodomy. So I'm going to, I wrote this for for Amir's book, but when he said he was only going to publish it online, I decided not to finish it. So, but now you have the pleasure of hearing the first half of it. It's successful sodomy in 6 steps. I don't want this to, turn into something else, so I shall just give you all 3 steps. And I was going to include a demonstration, but Fahmi, Fazil, and Ayam refused. So, step 1. Step 1 to successful sodomy: cleanliness in your holiness. I warn you, there'll be a lot of very bad puns in this one. If we can get past our heads that it is okay to do something, get past our hang-ups, our shames, our denials, our prejudices, our self-esteem, there will be no wars. Just plenty of loving and fucking and cooking. Cooking because we need to eat so we can keep loving and fucking. So get your head out of your ass and we can put in more fun things. Do you have a problem with shit? Guess what? Shit can be clean. Shit is only dangerous if you eat it. So guess what? Don't eat shit. If contact with shit is dangerous, ass-washing societies all over the world would have gone extinct. Cleaning inside the ass is called enema. While this step is only really necessary for the bottom, the one who is to be penetrated, just so you know the terminology, nobody is stopping the tops or the penetrators from trying it out themselves. So if you are ready to discover the pleasure so divine that religious officers around the world have been made in charge of guarding its secrets, sharing its knowledge only among one another within the chambers of their monasteries, ashram and asramas, then it's time, let's clean our holiness with some holy water. One method is using a bidet, a hose. How lucky that Malaysian toilets are all equipped for enema. Using a hose requires some expertise. After bringing the hose to your anus, you need to relax the muscle of your dam till you feel the water from the hose break through and flood your bakun. This is tricky because learning to relax is not expected of virgins. Besides, you need to monitor the force of the gush. Not too weak that it just wets your ass, and not too strong that water comes out through your mouth. Just enough to get some in before you get it out again. Repeat 3 times. Wait a while just in case you feel there are more. If you can, use a finger to make sure you have completely exorcised the area. When there is none, you are done. My preferred method is using an enema pump that you can get from pharmacies. If you are shy to ask at the counter, you can try looking under the hygiene section. The one we get in Malaysia is a tiny bottle. Instructions come with packaging. Please read it. Feel free to go for seconds for that holier-than-thou feeling. I get my enema bottle from Singapore. It is called Fleet, F-L-E-E-T. Easy to use enema, and contains 133 milliliter, about half a cup of liquid. Its longer nozzle means you can insert it all the way into the inner sanctum. Fleet also contains medication to help you feel the urge to let it go and surrender it back to God. The bottle can be reused if you clean it properly after use with an antiseptic cleaner. Not recommended to share. Enemas, while fun and all, shouldn't be done too frequently, no more than once or twice, if you have to, a week. There are many who swear by its health benefits. Some say it cures cancer, hypertension, and anal retentiveness. Others claim that all these anal invasions will result in incontinence. But studies have found no correlation between invasions and incontinence. On that note, some believe that anal sex leads to more diseases than vaginal sex. My friend, the ass and the vagina have the same amount of risks for diseases, so it's equal opportunity. Wearing a condom, of course, greatly reduces the risks. If you have been eating enough fiber, taking a good satisfying dump an hour or two before sex is good enough, sometimes. While you are here, you might as well go all the way. Be a good boy, like Saiful, and take a shower. Most people don't realize that licking somebody's day-old sweat is a sure way to catch a throat infection. Some guys' sweaty mask make them smell as sexy as the 12 disciples after a hard day of fishing and preaching. But sexy fishermen carry nasty germs. So if enema is well done, there really shouldn't be any close encounter of the third kind within the next 1 to 3 hours. Your highway to heaven is clean and ready for a visitation. It goes without saying, of course, if you happen to have a runny bowel that day, perhaps heaven can wait. Step 2, oral obligations. The pleasures of ass licking should not be left to politicians. And don't be disgusted by it just because politicians do it. Disgust. Is disgust merely a biological impulse to prevent us from putting dirty things into our mouths? To fulfill the imperative for survival and reproduction? Or is it nature's way of imparting morality? Understanding disgust is quite necessary. Disgust is a single emotion that the brain uses to express a few different things. From fear of dirt, to discomfort with certain sexual acts, to shock from a moral act. But unfortunately, in our lazy minds, we collapse all these various stimuli into one and mistake them all for moral impulses. Some people who find certain sexual behaviors disgusting go as far as to call those behaviors unnatural, as if they have studied all of nature to arrive at this conclusion, as if when we were born, doctors reached into our ass and pulled out a user's manual. Don't put manual here. Understandably, a man for whom it feels natural to like women would certainly feel it against his nature to like men. The same applies for a man for whom it feels natural to like another man. When bending around the word natural, one needs to ask, have we confused our personal individual natures for the collective human nature, betraying not so much a sense of universal morality, but just the universal fear of being alone, that in our own heads, our experiences and wisdoms are actually pretty confined just to ourselves?